6 months ago, when we kicked off our diversity initiative, one of the elements that we wanted to look at was women in leadership and how we were able to really get more women exposure in the organization. And so it really started with calling up a couple of other women in the organization and sitting around a table and just saying, how can we start an initiative? And what we learned very quickly was that network groups are a good way to be able to advance your diversity initiatives relatively easily. So it's something that we could get off the ground pretty quickly and test.
I think the network does a couple things for us. I think most importantly it's our ability to connect leaders around the organization, bringing them together. Also sharing experiences, so in terms of what's working for an individual, what's not, how do we learn from each other. And I think the third aspect is our ability to very comfortably celebrate successes.
One of the best things about this program has been that I've been able to meet people throughout our organization, and we can talk about past experiences and best practices. I think typically we tend to stay in our own small group, so this program has really allowed me to reach out throughout the organization. It's been really great. It's helped tremendously in my ability to get things done because I now have a whole network of people throughout the organization that I can go to.
One of the women that I've developed a relationship with is in our Laclede building. She's a senior scientist, and I don't normally have a lot of exposure to our senior scientists and their R&D work, so from my perspective it was very interesting to hear what she was working on. You can tend to get insular if you're in one role in one location, and what happens is you may not know or be aware of an opportunity in another location or in another function that would be perfect for you and that you could really contribute to. So part of networking, whether it's within Sigma-Aldrich or networking as a whole, is to bring value back to the job that you're doing, but also to explore possibilities for yourself for growth.
The WIL Network has created a very safe and non-competitive environment where you can talk about your challenges, your opportunities, you can talk about what's going well, what's not going well, and not be worried about being judged for everything that you're saying and that what you're going to be saying is taken out of context, where people are just willing to listen, offer suggestions, mentor, and help to make sure that the decisions you're making and the thought process that you're on encompasses all pieces of what's going on.
I met someone who I wouldn't have really had access to in my normal day-to-day function, and so with the WIL Network I was able to do a practice session with this person. I hit it off with her, and now we're in a formal mentoring process, and I'm learning tons of good tips about how to not really take the back seat to my career, to really go for what I want.
My career has been very in a male-dominated profession. I've been in IT for most of my career, so going to the WIL conferences and the WIL has exposed me to other women in our company that I've never met before, and it's given me people that I can network with that's facing the same challenges that I have, both at work and outside of work.
It gave me the opportunity to meet a whole new group of people within the company that have that share the same values and goals in both our careers and lives. I think that a lot of opportunities that arise in your life, whether it's in your career or personal life, happen because of who you know. And having the opportunity to expand this network of people with meeting such a tremendous, dynamic and nice group of people was just a great experience for me.
Well, I think it's important for women to get together to talk about whether it be the latest promotion that they received or the latest project that they were able to be a part of and that was successful, or some of those obstacles that they were able to overcome in their day-to-day work and they were able to overcome successfully. We can all learn from all of the successes that we as a group have had.
I think different people have different definition for being successful, and some may, refer to a promotion or expanded responsibility. But one of the WIL speakers, Kevin Crossley, raised 3 questions. One is, are you having fun? 2 is, are you learning new things? And the third piece is, are you making a difference? Or in another way, are you making progress? So to me, on a daily basis, if you can check off all these 3 questions, answer yes, and I think that's a successful day for you.
The last presentation that I attended with the WIL Network was Amy Hunter from the YWCA, and she came to speak about communication styles and effective communication. And 2 days after that presentation, I had to give a presentation myself to the executive team of my business unit about the new role that I'm in. And I really felt a lot more confident and a lot more like a better communicator after hearing Amy's presentation and incorporating the skills that she discussed when I presented to the board.